Moving on to film number 2 in the Columbia Noir number 5 box set is 325 in the indicator range. Well, that's a lot of numbers. And this is Humphrey Bogart as an attorney, Andrew Morton, who is kind of pulled in to defend a young man who's been accused of murder. A man that he's dealt with plenty of times throughout his life. In fact, he's ready to wash his hands of him until his wife, in a wonderful scene, talks him into defending him one more time. And I felt that this noir movie, which is poised as a courtroom drama, was going pretty quickly through the paces. Almost immediately, within the first 10-15 minutes, we're into the court case. We are there as it starts its proceedings. And this is where we learn about the relationship that Humphrey Bogart characters had with the defendant.
I first met this boy about 6 years ago. At that time, I had a small law office of my own with a few associates.
This young man, Nick, is accused of a murder. He's dealt with Andrew all his life, and we start to get flashbacks, which is really kind of inventive because we've got this narrative of the court case going on. We've got the flashbacks to the relationship of Nick and Andrew. We've got to see that tumultuous relationship that they've had throughout the years. And then we get to go back to that high pressure situation, knowing a little bit more about the relationship between these two characters. As we build that up, as we see how they've impacted each other's lives, you get to the exciting points where you're like really driving home and want that rousing finale. That A Few Good Men courtroom sequence is just going to break everything up.
If there's perjury in any phase of this trial, believe me, the guilty parties are going to sweat for it.
The witness is called into the prosecuting attorney's office, and it's a parcel of...
You're a liar. I'm tired of your dirty insinuations.
Stab it!
I really kind of like in this one as well, we've got an antagonistic prosecutor who is, you know, kind of scarred. He's just a mean character, and we're kind of framed, or the movie frames him as someone to really root against as we go through this.
Did you kill Hawkins?
I didn't kill him.
You stood there in the alley and killed him, didn't you?
No, I didn't, and I don't know nothing about it.
Are you sure?
I was on board for Knock on Any Door. I'd heard some mixed things about it. I was interested. I was engaged. I was enjoying the kind of way that it was constructed. I thought was really brilliant. I was in. I was sold in this movie and I was having a great time. And often for me, it's not about the end. It's about the journey that you have along the way with movies. But no, Knock on Any Door has one of the most egregious endings I've seen in a film that knocked this movie from a 4-star movie to a 2-star movie. It was so out of sorts, misplaced, and I couldn't grasp it. I didn't enjoy it. I loved a good chunk of this movie, but that last 10 minutes is just so egregious. I just can't deal with it. It just ruined the movie for me, which is something that very rarely happens, because it's got some misgivings throughout the film as well. It portrays Nick as a product of his environment, lower class, raised in criminal ways, and he had no chance to evade that. That's just who he is, and that's what society has made him.
A push to the right, a life of honor and credit. A push to the left, a life like Nick Romano's.
Not that he's responsible for his own actions, but society has made him that way. I just didn't like that either. It was a bit ham-fisted, but I could deal with that because of the interaction with Bogart as the attorney, who was doing a great job, and as a friend who was kind of helping Nick up throughout his life. I'm really disappointed with Knock on Any Door. I was having such a good time with it. I was hoping for a really kind of, almost typical ending where everything was going to go a certain way that I wanted. But we just don't get that. In fact, it almost pulls the rug from under your feet, which I don't want to give too much away on this one. But Knock on Any Door, you get a great performance by Bogart again. You get a nice kind of setup. You get a nice way that the film story is put together. I like the fact that we're jumping from a high pressure situation of a courtroom to various emotional points throughout this character's life as he has either been brought up, had a desperate low, or has made a choice that has impacted his life to get to where he is now. Really nicely done, but man, disappointed with this. So far, Dead Reckoning, enjoyed, but a little over long. Knocking Any Door, loved most of it, hated the ending, and has coloured the movie for me in a horrible way. Hopefully Tokyo Joe next will be a better movie and one that I enjoy more, but you can find out when I come back for my review for that. I would love to know your thoughts on Knock on Any Door. If you're similar to me, you know, if this one just didn't hit it for you at all, or if the ending put you off, let me know, because I want to have a little discussion about that ending as well. It'd be great to know. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. Don't forget to click the like button below this video, because it really helps the channel. And in the description box are links to the Patreon, the membership program, and manvfilm.com, various ways where you can help support the channel, which would all be fantastic. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.